Most of you guys know last Saturday was my very last day at my full-time job, which is so crazy to say out loud. But ultimately, I took a step back so that I could take all of the time and energy that I put into that full-time job and put it into myself, filling up my cup so that I can be a better parent, person, and partner. And I told you guys that I had a list of things that I wanted to do that I think would bring me joy and help fill my cup up. So I'm here to share that with you. I want to preface that this is one of many lists. This list specifically has nothing to do with my professional career and goals and projects that I'm working on. It has nothing to do with being a wife. It has nothing to do with being a parent or about my kids and my family. These are strictly things for me that I think are going to spark a little joy and help me fill up my cup. And if you have any additional recommendations, please put them in the comments. Number one, I want to take an adult tap class. And I'm not talking about a tap class for grannies. You probably don't know this about me, but I grew up a dancer competing all over. I have a degree in dance. I danced professionally for a short amount of time. So I'm looking to get my tap shoes out, dust off the dust, put them on, and tap. I don't need to learn shuffle ball change with the grannies. That's it. Number two, I want to be consistent in the gym. To me, consistency in the gym is 3 to 4 times a week. I am not a 7-day-a-week gym girly. That couldn't be me. I have a lot of other things going on in my life and a lot of things that I'm working on. And 7 days a week is not doable. I want to join or start a book club, in person or virtual. And I read psychological thrillers. Last year, I think I read 14 books. So this year, I'd like to continue that pace. And if you have any good recommendations, put them in the comments. I want to do self-indulgent self-care once a month. And what I'm talking about is like get a massage, get a facial, maybe get my nails done. I rarely do things for myself. Every time I do things like that, I feel great. So I want to start doing that once a month. I want to volunteer. Do I know where? No clue. But if you know any great places to volunteer in or around the Pittsburgh area or the North Hills area, please let me know. I want to take a cooking class, like a wine and dine style cooking class. Maybe it's a series where you cook the food, then you sit down and eat it, either solo or with friends, maybe with my husband. I don't know. And I want to organize and minimize the mess in my house. I feel like we are in this age of consumerism. So you always have so much stuff around the house. I want to donate items. I want to sell items. I want to clean up. I want to make sure everything's organized. I feel like I never had the time or energy to do that, but now I will. So let me know if you have any other recommendations. But I think all of the above things are going to make me feel great. Hey, Mom, is everything okay? Honey, I'm just calling to let you know that Uncle Bill has passed away. Oh my God. That was kind of sudden. I knew he wasn't doing that well, but I didn't think he was going to pass away. I know, no one was really expecting this. I just wanted to call and let you know. And also tomorrow, we're going to go over to Aunt Jan's house, just to be with her and help her. I just wanted to make sure you and Shane could make it. Yes, of course, we'll be there. The next day at Aunt Jan's house. Hi, Aunt Jan. We're so sorry about Uncle Bill. We brought some sandwiches. Do you need us to do anything? You're a little bit late. Everybody's been here for a while. Where were you guys? Oh, sorry. We were just running around getting some things together for the wedding. We had to drop off a payment to the caterer. They're actually the ones that made the sandwich tray. Honey, I'm so sorry. I know it has to be so hard going around and canceling everything for the wedding. Your Uncle Bill would have really wanted to be there. Come here, come here. They walk into the living room. Did I mishear my Aunt Jan? Before she started crying, I heard her say that she's so sorry we had to cancel all the things for the wedding. Oh, good. You heard that too? I thought maybe she just misspoke. Yeah, probably. I mean, the wedding's 2 weeks away, so we wouldn't be canceling it. Well, let's go to the living room. I see her parents. They head in with the rest of the family, and eventually Aunt Jan starts talking. Thank you, everybody, for coming to help me. Now we have a lot to do before the funeral, which is scheduled in 2 weeks. Well, all of the funeral arrangements are going to be in 2 weeks. I'm going to need everybody's help on this. Aunt Jan, when you say in 2 weeks, what day of the week are you planning for? I was planning for that Saturday, my dear. We have a lot of people traveling in, so I was thinking we would do an afternoon ceremony followed by a luncheon with everybody. Aunt Jan, that's actually my wedding day. Do you think we could maybe do the funeral on that Thursday or something? No. We can't do it that Thursday. Like I said, we have a lot of people traveling in and they can't take off work. So we're going to be doing it on that Saturday. I know it was supposed to be your wedding day, but Uncle Bill needs celebrated. Well, it wasn't supposed to be my wedding day. It is going to be my wedding day. And I'm sorry, but I will not be able to attend Uncle Bill's funeral if it is on the day of my wedding. No, honey, you're not understanding. You won't be having your wedding there that day. We are going to be using your venue for the funeral services. I already called and I let them know. Excuse me? No. I'm sorry, but we're not canceling our wedding just because Uncle Bill died. I am very sad that Uncle Bill is gone, but he wouldn't have wanted this. Yes, Jan, we are not canceling her wedding. There is no way the venue would have allowed this. Well, Elaine, it was your brother. I thought you'd be more open to this idea. And like I said, I already called. Jan, what do you mean you already called? Exactly what I said. I already called the venue. I filled them in with what was going on. But I could have done that, or my mom could have done that. It really seems unnecessary that you reached out. Well, I was just calling to see what my options were. I'm just not understanding. Callie, the venue coordinator there, she is not one to just be giving out information to strangers. Well, she may have assumed that I was you, Elaine. I don't know. I called to just give them a simple update so that they weren't bothering you this week. And Callie listed out all the great options that there were. So you called pretending to be my mom? Looking to see if you could host the funeral there? Aunt Jan, this really isn't making sense. Flashback to the call. Hi, this is Callie. Thank you for calling ABC Venue. How can I assist you? Hi, I just wanted to give you an update for Shane and Rachel's wedding. Rachel's Uncle Bill passed away unexpectedly, and there might be some changes in the event. Oh, my goodness, I'm so sorry about this loss for you and your family. Is this Elaine, Rachel's mother? Yes, it is. My brother, he was just the best brother ever. And we're navigating our options, you know. An untimely death at the time of a wedding. We're just seeing what we can do, you know. Well, yes, of course. I'm sure there's lots of ways that we can honor Bill at Rachel and Shane's wedding. Well, what about postponing the wedding? Oh, postponing the wedding, like fully canceling it? Well, you know, we'd still be hosting something at the venue because we would replace the wedding celebration with the funeral. Oh my goodness. I mean, yes, of course, if that's something that you'd like to choose, we can definitely do that. Okay, I'm thinking about it. Would there be any extra fees to do that? No, there wouldn't be a fee to swap the type of event. However, when they would rebook their event, there would be a rebooking fee. Okay, that's totally understandable. What else could we do? Do you think we could just use the wedding setup for a funeral and then, refresh the linens and place settings for the wedding? You could do something like that. There would be a fee, though, because this would be a totally separate event. We'd have to have 2 separate staffs on site and a cleaning team on site to refresh the space. Okay, that makes sense. What would you do in this case? For me, I would stick with the wedding happening unless Rachel and Shane feel very strongly about it. But I would include maybe a memorial song for him, maybe a prayer, a reserved seat at the ceremony. There's lots of options. Well, Uncle Bill is very, very, very important to Rachel. I'm sure she'll be willing to give her date up for his funeral to celebrate his life. What would I need to do for that? Tell you over the phone? We would actually need to meet in person and sign an addendum to the contract and then pick the new date for the wedding.